So, Gene, thanks for joining Nareit's 65th anniversary of REITs.
Well, I'm glad to be here, and I was here almost at the beginning of the REITs. And so I've gone through the whole history of them. When they started, they weren't even corporations, and they were limited partnerships and trusts. They were called Massachusetts trusts. And I was there when they were originally formed, and I've been there through the whole history. And I worked with Nareit for 65 years then.
Excellent. So at the 50th anniversary of REITs, you spoke about how REITs provided a pool of capital and badly needed liquidity to create more and better real estate assets. Would you say that REITs are still playing that role today?
Oh, certainly. Capital is so important. It's so important to the wealth of the nation, to the individual's wealth. And you need great pools of capital. Today we're building data centers, and data centers are costing billions, not millions. And our field is UMH Properties, Inc., and we're in the housing business, and we're trying to build 1,000 affordable houses, and 1,000 affordable houses cost $250 million, and 10,000 cost $2.5 billion, and you need vast pools of capital. And the brilliance of it all and the great satisfaction is that we are able to raise those pools of capital. It's not easy, it takes time, but whatever we need, whether it's data centers or storage facilities or warehouses or whatever the newest need for capital is, the society has responded, the REIT industry has responded, and we've been able to raise these pools of capital to satisfy the needs of the nation.
Another of your observations 15 years ago was the internationalization of the REIT industry. Today, 42 countries and regions have adopted the US-based REIT approach to real estate investment. Has that growth surprised you at all?
It surprised me in the magnitude of it and the whole international nature of it. Even today, we have an international company investing in American REITs in the I think the latest news, $10-12 billion, one international group. It's a remarkable, but it represents the fact that some nations and some people have pools of capital and other areas have great needs for capital, and the international nature of it is a logical way to solve the problem. And the format worked in the United States, and so it is taken off on an international basis that we have REITs all over the world. It's remarkable, and we've contributed to the growth of the economy.
And UMH converted to a REIT in 1985. What has that meant for the company in the past 40 years?
Well, that was the major step to getting to these pools of capital and to getting into a standard operation. I think we have about 150 REITs in the United States today, and the largest of them are over 100 billion, and the smallest of them go down into the tens of millions. And our converting to REIT status enabled us to raise capital. Earlier, we were a relatively small company. If you had the 100 largest companies that owned manufactured housing, we were in that the group of the smallest. And today we're the 6th largest holder of manufactured home communities in the nation, and we have about $2.5 billion in assets and a market capitalization of $1.5 billion. And I believe we have 26,000 sites and own 10,000 homes, and we've just begun to grow. There is no limit to what you can do. The need is there, and the framework certainly is a proven one over the last 65 years.
And Gene, what advice would you give to a younger person who wants to gain a foothold in what has now become a relatively mature REIT industry?
Well, to the youngest people, I always recommend internship. We've always accepted as many interns as we can. Some years we have 2, 3, 4 interns, and we've done it for years so that hundreds of people have interned with us. And it's been successful for us. We found some very great partners to work with, and it's been great for them that they've seen a public company at work and one that they can see the tangible progress that's being made. But my advice to young people is travel in all different worlds and learn as much as you can about whatever sector, because it's remarkable. One day it's transportation, the next day it's electronics, and the next day it's other things. It changes not every 10 years, every 5 years. And it's just a wonderful thing, and there's a great future for people in REITs. And it's nice to deal with public companies, because public companies, and the information is available. The public company is always telling you the story. You tell your investors how you work and what you're doing, and that's information that the people who work with you and for you and the young people in college pick up, and they can learn from that, and it's a great way to get into a line of business.